Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from Carl's Cycle Supply. Today we're going over this beautiful 1955 Hollywood Green FL model. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe to follow along on all of our antique motorcycle restorations and adventures.
Hey guys, I'm here with an awesome 1955 FL that we restored maybe 10 or 12 years ago for a friend up in North Dakota. He got the bike when he was a preteen. I think he was 12 or maybe 13. It was a Sioux City, Iowa police bike. He called the shop and said he needed to have it gone through and told my dad that it was a 54. And we didn't see any pictures of it. And it got brought down to the shop and my dad was looking at it and he's like, oh geez, those are the wrong tanks. It's not the right frame. It's wrong fork, wrong fender. And then he looked at the serial number and saw that it was a 55, and then all of a sudden all of that stuff was okay. The time that we did this is kind of special to me. We were doing two 55s at the same time. One was an original paint one, and then we were doing this one. We were very lucky to have an original paint one to go off of for reference so that we could get all the plating and all the wire routing and all the really nerdy details just perfect. It was really cool to have two Hollywood Green 55s together at the same time. If you were to call your dealer and say, I want a 55 Hollywood Green bike, it would have been different than the other ones because it had a painted oil tank, painted toolbox, painted battery top, and then on the other side the primary cover is painted Hollywood Green too. Logistically, it was a big pain in the ass to make it happen on the assembly line. I don't know if they were made in batches. I don't know if they had to send workers to all different corners of the assembly line to get green stuff, but they made it work, and they're really a stand-apart special 50s motorcycle. One of the other cool 55 only parts is this air cleaner. This is a stainless steel J-slot, very much like a 49 stainless steel J-slot cover, but it has this engraved and etched tag, which is a 55 only detail, but this is carried on to the 56 and later air cleaner covers that are held in place with a center screw. 55 was the first year for the trumpet horn. This is kind of the most evolved Panhead motor up until the end. They changed them to outside oilers in 63, but that wasn't really a performance or practicality upgrade. So 48 to 54 are straight roller bearings. 55 has two Timken bearings. It has a bigger sprocket shaft. It has a special one-year only sprocket shaft, and then a special pinion shaft that came out too. So they changed a lot in there. The other big thing they came out with, which we'll talk about when we get to the other side, is the O-ring intake manifold. 55 is the first year of this shroud with the rivets going diagonally. 49 to 54, it has straight ribs. 55 also has these cool one-year only fender medallions for all different models. This is a FL, so it says 1955 Harley-Davidson FL. They were chrome plated and they're super deluxe. In late 55, I think they came out with this wing nut toolbox. Before that they had the little fork key that goes all the way back to the 30s. And it's also the first year of this tail light, this license plate bracket, and consequently the fender flip is different because it has a big hole cut out for the later tail light. Okay, so here's the emblem that I talked about, 55 Harley-Davidson FL. It's held on with, I think, 3 screws, and 54 is held on with 2, so that would consequently make it a one-year only fender. If you wanted to get real technical and dorky about it, you can just see that it's just perfect. Center of the rims have been unpolished, just like factory. CAD plated spokes, black hubs. Here you can see the diagonal ribs that we talked about. This was the first year of 55 deal. They were like that till 59. 1 year only air cleaner cover. Another cool detail is the brake crossover shaft came out like this in 55, and there's no center drill on it. It's just straight turn. There's no relief in the center. Royal Light bags went out of business, but they're really high quality. He retired. He couldn't find anybody that would make him to the same quality he expected, so he just shut up shop. So here's the taillight. 55 is the first year of that. The center stand catch is CAD plated. That's what it is in the prototype pictures. this is a deluxe buddy seat. There's the speedo, beautiful dash. I like the numerals, they're kind of the same color as the paint job. Original glass generator oil thing. There's the motor. And over here is the new and improved 55 outer primary cover. If you look at it from this angle, you can see how much room they added to it for the compensator sprocket that became very popular. There's the O-ring manifold and the special clamps. There's the mouse trap. This is pretty cool. This is a foot shift bike, so they made just a little bit over 1,000 of them. So here's the other side of the 55. This is the first year of the outer primary. It has the rib going through the center of it. First year for these heads that have O-ring clamps instead of plumber's nuts. Two ways that was an improvement. They're cheaper to make because you don't have to drill and tap them for the inserts. And then they're also better because that stuff doesn't get loose and they don't start leaking, which is a huge problem with panheads. The saddlebags were made by BB Reproductions. I couldn't think of it earlier. He put a cool feature on them to where they have this strap that it's very common for these to come undone and then fly off the bike and then get ran over or have problems. It's a really nice straight leg frame that came out in late '54. It was the first year for the stainless steel neck tumbler cover. First year for these emblems that were used in 55 and 56. I love the color. I love that it's like the quintessential 50s pastel soda shop looking motorcycle. The red, the blue, they were all very like subdued and just kind of look like Easter egg candy colors. It's just really special. Headlight nacelle, this is all original stainless and replated headlight. I mean, that's really nice. And there's the Fender emblem, which is so cool. Windshield, I think the windshield's made by National Cycle. Original acorn nuts on the riser cover. Original clamps here, you can see where when they made the form for doing these dies, there'd be a little punch that held them in place. Maybe it's an ejector pin, I'm not really sure, but you can see it's on that one too. Very cool. Okay.
But the old pine tree is gone. Still my love for her lingers on. They cut down the old pine tree and they hauled it away to the mill to make a coffin of pine for that sweetheart of mine. They cut down the old pine tree, but she's not alone in her grave tonight, for it's there my heart will always be. Though we've drifted apart, still they cut down my heart when they cut down the old pine tree.
Life is always rocking here at Carl's Cycle Supply. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe where we look over 1948 Harley-Davidsons, Panheads, and a very beautiful ULH. Thanks for watching. See you on the road.